All right, we are going to do a Monkey Tower speed run today. I'm the creator of Monkey Tower, Parker Howell. We had a small team that worked on this, and yeah, we're going to try and get under 60 minutes today for our first official speed run. Let's see. All right, so we'll talk a little bit today about the creation of the game. This is our little tutorial section in the beginning. And really the goal was to have as little tutorial as needed for this game. We wanted to kind of feel like a little bit of an exploration. We wanted you to just kind of come in here, get the basic mechanics down, understand a little bit about the power-ups, and then from there you have to kind of figure out the game at that point. This first level you go really slow because you don't at this point have any of the power-ups. Right now you get this banana power-up which makes you a little bit faster. And we came up with a system for the game where some of the power-ups are both passive and active. So holding a banana makes me a little bit faster, but using a banana makes me even faster. So we kind of go into this little monkey mode, and we are just going to try and fly through this game as fast as we can. And you're always looking for these bananas, just help speed you up. This is kind of our first little cutscene over here. Again, just try and run through this section. But here we go, like the first MacGuffin of the game, and kind of our first baddie, which is this big pirate ship who's going to basically menace you throughout the game. And you can see, okay, this thing has stolen the MacGuffin, and now the water's starting to rise. And this is really kind of the beginning of the quest of the game, which is figuring out, okay, how are we going to get back to that guy, defeat him, and, you know, make everything right in the world once again. Oh no, I just realized I did not get the shrine down below. That is going to hurt our time in the long run. There are a few different collectibles throughout the game. The first collectibles are, you know, the power-ups and the cards. But the other pieces of the game are the shrines, which aren't mandatory, but are going to basically help you unlock more things. And then you're going to have to collect all these shard pieces, which is kind of the beginning of the quest from here on out. Is going and collecting the shard pieces and, yeah, basically reassembling the MacGuffin and bringing order to the world. So we missed the shrines, but that's going to hurt us a little bit on this first bananas because we're not going to have our second banana in here. But we'll just do our best to try and make up for that as we go. So right here, our first mechanic that we wanted to show is that there are these falling platforms. And let's just pop a banana and see if we can just kind of fly through all this. These falling platforms make up a bit of a puzzle section. Oh no. And we'll come here. And we're gonna come up over here. And so yeah, we basically were trying to make the game a mix of puzzling, and then these are the puzzle levels, but also having a sense of strategy to it. Let's see, oh, did I do that right? I think I did. Let's see if we can turn that one. We'll go there with that one, and we'll go like that. And we'll just try and run through this last little bit. But yeah, these are the puzzling levels. They're shorter, they're sweeter, and they help to just kind of break up the rhythm of the game. And so let's make sure we get our banana and start putting some into hand size. All right. So after each level, all the stars that you collect from the level, you can get up to 5 per level, you can use to put into gotta try and avoid that little guy. But spoiler alert, avoiding most of the enemies is pretty easy once you have that star activated. And so really the speed run is going to be a bit of balancing, going as fast as we can and also making sure we don't run out of resources. Like, these chests are super important for just making sure we have what we need, because running out of blocks is an easy way to make this game very difficult, which I think we might have just done. Oof. All right, we got to go back down here and see if we can grab another card real quick. We're gonna have to do that before the water rises, so. Oh, he doesn't want to go over there because it's too much water. All right. So let's see if we can't make our way across over here. And there's a shrine over there that would be really good to get. And you just want to keep looking for cards throughout this entire trek. These magnets are really good. They make your reach stronger, so as long as you're holding them, they make it so you can reach further. But also, like the banana, there's an active use of the property where, let's see, oh man, this is tricky. All right. Where you can use them if you run out of stuff, you can use them to go and reach things from afar. And so it's kind of a nice little Hail Mary option that you get. Okay, so we've got a lizard over here we kind of want to watch out for. And we're cruising pretty well. I think we're in a pretty good spot. Do kind of feel like from a strategy standpoint, from speed running, we probably should have held those early bananas. We popped those a little soon, and now we're a little slow because of it. And we are just barely having enough to get over to this chest over here, which would be really great. Okay, cool. Now we can kind of restock up. And so yeah, talking about the creation of this game, it was really, for the most part, a two-person studio. It was me kind of playing the role of creative director as well as technical artist, a little bit of a 3D generalist. And then Rico, who did all the programming. And Rico was really on this full-time for about 9 months. One of the cool things about this game is we built this entire game in about 9 months. And part of what was able to let us do that is, well, one, you know, I feel like virtual reality and mixed reality have finally matured to the point that the tool sets are pretty good to be working with. Okay, we need to keep, all right, so here's the shell up here. This is, if we don't always get, you know, the shrines, that's probably fine, but we do want to make sure that we get a shell on every level because we're going to need them, otherwise we're going to have to backtrack to them. So let's come over here and, but yeah, the team was mostly the two of us working on it for 9 months. And, you know, part of why we were able to get so much done, okay, nice, is just the tools have matured. And also we had the help of AI coding. We used ChatGPT a good amount. Okay, nice. And, you know, the game is obviously way too complex at like the biggest levels to just, you know, vibe code it. But there is a lot of little intricate pieces of code that are just very time consuming that we just really took advantage of using AI to help us build that really quickly. And so, I don't know, I think maybe traditionally, maybe if you're looking at like 2020, I think you're looking at maybe a core team of maybe 5 or 6 people, and maybe taking about 2 years to do this. And so to get that down to like a really core team of about 2 people who can, you know, do it in 9 months is a pretty big step up. And you gotta watch out for those birds. Those birds will mess you up. Oh man, okay, got a lucky fall. That's nice. Okay. And so, yeah, for those who don't know, this is our first game that we have published, first independent title. And you know, I've been building video games ever since I was a little kid, but really the secret was working with Rico on this one, just because being a little bit of a generalist is great, but having someone who can really take over all the coding for you really frees you up creatively, because what really gets in the way of making stuff, and you know, I've made so many different little VR prototypes independently when not working on my client stuff, but the problem is you always just kind of run out of steam because it's just so difficult working in the space, you know? Unlike a lot of other coding, you're constantly going back and forth between wearing the headset and, oh, watch out, oh, oof, and, you know, coding, and so it's kind of a laborious process, and nothing ever really works the first time the way you would hope it would. But the trade-off is that, I mean, how cool is this experience? This is such a fun thing to be able to work on and create. Okay, we got another shard, that's great. It's kind of a dangerous section up here with these birds. They're always kind of, oh, and also these are clouds that will break on you. So very dangerous. You can get hit off and really get thrown backwards in this game. So just try and cruise up here. And that sound always scares the heck out of me, because what are you supposed to do? Those things are dangerous. One of the kind of nice little things about this ability to kind of build your own path is, even though the clouds, you know, are temporary and kind of dangerous. Oh wow, we got 7 bananas. We should probably start sprinting through here. Oh, but I'm scared of this bird. Oh man. Run, run. Run, run. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, run. All right, that was a little stressful. So we're cruising right along. We got good power-ups, and here we kind of come to our second little cuts. Oh no, I gotta make sure. No, I got the shrine. I got the shard already. Okay, good. Okay, we didn't get all the shrines, but we did get the shard. All right, boom. And let's finish off our hand and start working on getting a magnet. Maybe we should do a fire magnet. Okay, we have our second puzzle level. This level is pretty tricky the first time you do it. We are going to try and go fast. This whole entry is really into learning about the firecrackers. And it is easy to mess this one up for sure. So hopefully, and that's kind of our introduction to these freaky little guys too. Oh, run. Okay, so that guy blows up. He kind of takes a little bit of the world with you. And again, back in the puzzle world, it's really kind of an introduction to the mechanics. It's really just trying to make you think about the game. And, you know, like this guy, these guys are so dangerous. And we just want to run past him. Oh, run. And this part's a little bit tricky, but you're supposed to intentionally use these little cloud blocks to fall down and kind of reset this section here. And we need to run fast because that's all about to explode. Okay, cool. So there we go. We've got our shard piece up there. And let's see how hard that is to get to. You gotta watch out for that guy down below because those guys are super dangerous. Okay, Okay, watch out for him. Kind of run him around the circle. All right, nice. Okay, uh-oh, but I'm stuck up here now. Okay, well, let's see if we can blow ourselves off. Okay. Oh, wow. All right, just found a little cheat strategy in there. We just blew ourselves up into the goal area. So we basically skipped a whole big section there, which is very cool. I didn't even know about that. There you go. We're learning new things every day. Okay, so this is a really interesting level. This is probably, outside of the final level, one of the hardest levels in the game. And this is really after going through the training level that's training you about how to use bombs. This is the level where you really have to put that training into use. And so this level, we basically turned it off so that, okay, getting a little bit stalled out by this guy right here. All right, let's go. Move, 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 move. Okay, oh man. I'm getting, let's see, we can kind of go like this. There we go. All right, all right, all right. This is danger, 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 danger. Oh boy. Oof. We are in a rough spot. Okay, so like I was saying, this might be the hardest level here. We're gonna restart this level just because we are getting walloped. But yeah, the last level is really teaching you the concept of these firecrackers, and basically, if, most of the game is kind of the positive construction. There is the negative space. How do you work with it? How do you create by making holes instead of bridges? And so that level trains you how to do it, and then this level really puts you to the test. And I think we might just pop our first banana to try and get away from this guy, because that whole section is super crazy in there. Just a funny note from a design standpoint, some of these are naturally occurring, and some of these are randomly generated as far as the TNT blocks go in this level. So let's see, this is gonna be tricky. I'm gonna go all the way through here, and we're already running a little bit low on firecrackers. And we're just having a bit of a hard time getting through there. Is that not gonna work? Okay, well, this might be one of the first times that we have to go and use one of our grab tools. Cool, so we just brought all those firecrackers towards us, and hopefully we can find our way down over here. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, I think we've got the flow of it. The treasure chests in this level are just so crucially important, because the treasure chests are the number one way with which you can get firecracker blocks, and those just are so useful when they're scarce. So I don't know how we're doing so far as beating sub 60. I mean, I think my feeling is that we're probably going a little bit slow, but maybe we can figure it out. Oh man. Oh no, oof, that was lucky. Okay, cool. The other thing that's a little bit tricky about this level is kind of the introduction of some of the penguins that, are kind of guarding this place, taking it over. I don't even think we've used the shop yet. How do we get down there? Gonna blow a hole in that? magnet. That's probably, I'll take a firecracker, sure. Okay. So another little interesting kind of tidbit about this level is that this is one of the more dense levels as far as the geometry goes, just with all the blocks in the level. And part of getting this to work on the Quest headset is we had to go and take we built our own system for dynamic shadows in this, and we had to turn it off on this level. The dynamic shadows were just taking a little bit too much processing power. Let's see. And so we had to develop a switch to turn them off. Funny, after we did it, we realized we don't really miss them that much in the grand scheme of things. And when we ended up porting this to Quest 2, we ended up having to turn off a lot of the shadows in the game anyway. Okay, it's so really important right here. We want to be really keeping an eye out for that shell piece, because that shell piece can be very elusive at this part of the level. It's not as wide open as some of the sky levels. Okay, can we get over there? Oh, I blew that lizard down and then knocked us out. Okay, we need to be running because it's a little too dangerous to be walking around. Oh, another shrine. Can I make it over to that? Is that worth investigating? Ooh, and I keep blowing myself up. I keep blowing myself up. Oh, this is bad. Run. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, boy. What are my options here? I think I just got to blow myself up and pray. Oh, no. That's going to be all she wrote on that level. Okay. Let's go and change out a couple stats in our star upgrade section. And let's go with, instead of the first bananas and the hand size, let's try and get that extra life. Okay, cool. All right, boom, black powder mines. Okay, so this speed run is it's gonna be pretty easy to beat. If you can go without losing once, then you should be able to beat this speed run. So the extra life, what it does is, if you're holding it and you lose, then it will respawn you and it'll give you a handful of cards. Also, you can use it to run. Oh boy, I tried to squeeze by him. I thought I was good. That's the hard part about not having enough bananas. But yeah, so refilling your hand is obviously super OP. Oh, and I lost my heart when I got hit. That hurts. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Oh boy. If you were expecting this to be a easy way to learn all the strats and then just dominate this game, well, the game has other things coming for us. All right, so let's see if we can build ourselves a little path up here. Okay, nice. All right, feeling a little bit better, feeling a little bit more in the flow. It's interesting, I don't have more firecrackers. At this point, and I'm kind of walking into a dangerous situation. Can I go down here? Maybe this is what I need to be doing. There we go, I got some more firecrackers over here. Okay, and then all these bridges break apart, so bit of a trope, gotta have it. Okay, where are we? How are we gonna get over here? This is the part that is very tricky because we have a very limited number of cards and we need to get up on top of things. Is that gonna do it? Nice, okay. Yeah, so that's where a lot of the kind of difficulty of the puzzling with regards to the firecrackers goes. You really have to think in these negative spaces. And then I put this lizard over here. Man, that's... All right, well, we gotta just get past that lizard and pray that we can make it through this little labyrinth. See if that makes a good path for us. Oh, it did something. Okay. All right, close to these ladders. These ladders are really helpful if you can get them. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, I wanted to get close to that guy. Can I get there if I go like this? Oh no. Let's just pray. Okay, cool. Want that for sure. Let's just take them all. All right. Okay, we are getting a little light. Get over to these stairs. I want to see if that's possible. Is this? Okay, cool. Oh no. Okay, how am I going to do this? Boy. I wasn't kidding when I said this level is hard. And I lost my heart. So let's try it again. Next level. What's the next level do? That is very interesting. Somehow we were able to skip that level. Well, we are just finding all the strats. We are breaking our own game, as you should. And let's just keep going and see how it goes. It's a little bit tough not having my bananas. We're locked out of this because there is a randomly spawned treasure chest. All right, well, let's pop a banana. Let's head up here. I think that's the move right now. This is kind of the little trap treasure room. This is where we introduce the falling icicles. And one of the best strategies for getting past all these is to just pop a banana and run. Oh, but I really want these bananas. Oh man, get nailed. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is just getting a little brutal right now. All right. Let's kind of prepare our build over here. All right, monkey, I believe in you. I want to make sure we have room for those. Okay. Oh, and I blew up my stairs. Well, again, for anyone who is out there wanting to play this, wanting to take the world record, I think the way is open for you. All right, let's see if we can't speed through this a little bit quicker. Okay, here's kind of our first penguin. He's messing with us. And again, the birds are pretty dangerous in this game. So okay, we've got too many cards. We've got so many cards. Make room for one of these big guys over here. There we go. And yeah, it's kind of one of the interesting parts about this game is the rhythm of it. Oh no. Okay. Jeez. Danger, danger, danger. Okay. The rhythm of it is that you'll be in a part where there'll just be so many cards, you don't have enough room in your hand for them all. And then next thing you know, you get to another part and there's a bunch of enemies and there's no room for cards, and you just go, wow, I should have budgeted a little bit better. Mostly the secret to this section is, oh man, I'm just not gonna get that many statues this game because I'm gonna try and go fast and hopefully not need all those though. That might bite me in the butt by the time I get to the final level. But what I do need to make sure to remember is we need the shells. And when you hear penguins throwing TNT at you, you gotta just get out of there. Okay, where is the shell in this level? That's the question we're asking ourselves. It's usually up there. It is right up top. All right, let's try and boost through here. Watch out for this guy. Watch out, he might ninja kick you. Okay, where did that thing go? Did I get the shell? I got a shell. Okay, great. Let's see, do we got enough for what it takes? Spin this guy around. Okay, watch out for this bird. Uh-oh, do I got enough pieces here? Uh-oh. Okay, cool, there we go. Used a magnet. And we're almost there, oh man. Cool, perfect. All right, so let's see, we need bananas again. We need to make sure we got lots of bananas. And we have to go back and we have to beat the black powder mines. But I feel like now that we got the tools, we should be in a good spot for this. So I guess a couple other things about just like the inspiration, where did the idea for the game come from, is I think with a lot of my childhood, I was really inspired by Star Wars. And, you know, there's a little chess scene where they're playing with the holographic chess. And, you know, when they start showing off VR headsets and mixed reality and all that, that's kind of one of the first things you think about is like, oh, cool, I want to make the holographic chess. And then the more you think about it, the more you kind of realize that, you know, just playing a kind of basically two-dimensional game wouldn't really be the best use of the technology. It wouldn't really be that satisfying. And so you kind of thought about like, all right, well, where would we go with it? And that's kind of where the verticality of the game came from. And you know, my first thought was that it'd be kind of like a little co-op game with an AI guy that would run around, and you know, it's a little bit Minecraft inspired, but the thought would be that like you have a little miner who runs around and you know, he's kind of on his mission, and you're basically a guy running around trying to help him. And as we were building the game, we kind of realized that this wayfinding system was actually pretty fun and kind of gave you the speed that you'd want from a game. You know, like if you had to control this with regular controllers, not being able to push, point where to go, it might be really just challenging, just the amount of, you know, cognitive load involved in that. Okay, this is where it gets tricky. Can I get up here? Nice. But yeah, basically when we were doing our first bout of testing, we came up with the Wayfair system, which is basically just pointing where you want the monkey to go. And we just found that it was really smooth and enjoyable, and so we're like, all right, cool, let's run with it. Man, this section's so hard. Where am I? Let me get to this ladder, I guess. Everything is so disconnected in here. All right, let's pop this guy. And let's try and get up over here. And I don't know. The monkey just made a lot of sense to us as far as a mascot for this little world that we want to inhabit. And yeah, I mean, I guess part of it also was just kind of imagining as a kid, you know, playing with Legos. And, you know, you build these little worlds and, you know, you can kind of play with them with your imagination, but like being able to really, you know, have that, you know, competitive, I'm going trying to beat something, you know, that was always kind of just up for interpretation in your head, you know. And so to use mixed reality where it kind of feels like you're building like a little Lego world, but then you're able to play it, was really a big inspiration for us. And like, you know, one of the goals that, you know, we just didn't have quite the time to pull off, but one of the goals was really to have a user-generated content loop where people could build their own levels and play together, and, you know, just having it be our first game, our first time out working, we just said, all right, well, let's not bite off more than we can chew at this point. And we did get a competitive multiplayer, 2-player mode in the game. Man, this is so tricky. But we'll have to plan a little bit better next time as far as if you wanted to do user-generated content, how to do that in the beginning. Okay, man, this is... Forgot what a puzzle this level was. Okay, we need some TNT, so let's grab some of that. Okay, wow, that was a lot. That was great. Let's see if that's enough to get us through. Oh boy. Okay, I just need to get to that ladder if at all possible. There we go. Okay, cool. I think we're through the hardest part. There's the final piece. So we're in a good spot. I'm just gonna try and avoid these guys. Okay, nice. And we're just gonna kind of build our little steps up. And I think we have done it with this level. And let's just go like that. Oh no, oh no. Okay, cool. All right, we got our shard piece. We beat the level. We are on our way. Okay. Let's see if we can get our full bananas. We can't get full bananas, so we got 10 slides. Let's now. Okay, and we are going to stop this recording for a sec. All right, so then, let's see. Penguin Palace, because we beat Frosty Fjord. All right, let's see what we can do here. I feel like we have a lot of time we have to make up for after that last one. So this is good. Early spawn treasure chest, that's nice. Some stairs are just going to help us cruise through the first part of this. I know this is a bit of a risk to penguin up there we gotta watch out for. So we did burn a lot of nice stair pieces early, but it got us through a lot of that early climbing. I kind of do want to make sure I get some shrines in this game. Let's see if we can grab all this run. So yeah, that last level is just it's very unforgiving level. There we go, extra life. Okay, cool, we got 2 extra lives. That means we should be pretty solid. Okay, this is crazy up in this area, so we're just gonna banana through this whole section because we don't want to deal with all these penguins. And again, this is like the throne room. We want to just run all the way over here. That bird is scary. And yeah, really, as far as a lot of the static enemies in this game, using a banana to get past them is really the better approach than trying to stand your ground, because that gets pretty hairy. Okay, cool. Timed that well. Let's see if we can't get all the way up here. We are going for speedrun strats. Keeping an eye out. I think we've been getting all the shrines. Let's go down here. Okay, cool. So there's a little other section of kind of story up in here. And this is kind of mirrors that first little like MacGuffin part of level 1 where the shell, you know, is held. And oh, this is our big baddie. The pirate ship is back. And there's just a little bit of a, oh boy, run, run, run. And so now you got this pirate ship menacing you. Again, we got to keep an eye out for the shell piece. Oh, I see it up there. And yeah, it's in the same way that there was like a little shrine for the other piece. This one has the shrine, and instead of a broken shell, there is a broken egg. And it kind of brings up the question of like, what is this world? You know, it sits on top of all the penguins. And like, what is the relationship of the penguins, this shell, what, you know, you have the egg, so what, like, the question is, what comes out of the egg? And we'll kind of figure out that sooner than later. Okay, so we're making good time. We really want our last banana. Drop a hand size. Let's go one magnet. But yeah, from a little storytelling standpoint, it's just kind of raising that question of what is the connection of all these things. Uh-oh. So right now you're going to see me die, but because I had that heart piece in my hand, I will respawn and hopefully in a good spot and have some cards. Okay, I have 3 cards. It's not great. I do want to make sure I'm getting some of these other cards down here because it's very important. This is kind of one of the penultimate puzzle levels in this kind of ethereal other space. And this one's really kind of just pushing the resource management as well as these enemies that are stalking you. So this is can be a tricky level, and it's easy for these things to blow up and to maroon you. So what you want to do is you want to get close enough to them that they start to go, and then you want to keep your distance. Oh boy, that's going to be very difficult. Okay. All right, well, I did not think that we would be dying this much today, but it's been a little bit since I played my own game, and it is beating the crap out of me. I need to just not get hit by these guys. Okay, cool. All right, so that was a really good example of a good explosion. Like was saying with this level, resource management is super crucial. Okay, so this guy's coming. We want him, cool, to blow up but not take the path with us. Okay, do I have enough room to get that? Okay, great. So we got our little shrine buddy over here, and for those who don't know, the shrines do give you items as you're collecting them, and not just star points at the end. And every card counts on this level. Let's try coming up this way this time. But yeah, the biggest part of why these guys are so disruptive, not just because they'll knock you off, but because they'll also take a path from you. So anything you can do to get them to ignite. So this is tricky, I guess. We'll go here, get that card. So we're already in kind of a tricky spot where we want to get these cards, but we really just don't have that many cards. I guess the nice thing is we do have this extra life. And so popping that at the right time will always be super beneficial in case we run out of cards. Okay, we're making good time on this one now. Again, it's just about the economy of conservation. And so let's see. Okay, there's our puzzle piece in there. So we're in a pretty good spot. We'll fall down here. We just got to avoid this guy. And I think we have everything we need. Okay, we got that guy triggered. That's great. Just blow up a hole in this. Make it up to the top. All right, cool. All right, so that is all the shards leading up to the volcano level. So let's just pause our video here. And we are still doing a terrible job of getting all those shrines. Oh man, I don't know if I want it. I think I want this. Okay, so here we are at the big pirate level. And this level can be hard, but I don't think it's as hard as the mining level. We are a little bit shy. Because we haven't been getting all of those shrines, we are missing a lot of different kind of early pieces. That would be really nice. As far as our level ups go. So if you hear that, that's the sound of the pirate ship coming in. and they're throwing TNT at us, and we are in need of cards. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, okay. All right, that was really close. Oh boy. Okay, what do we gotta do? We gotta get away from this guy. We're gonna just pop our extra life. We're gonna fill our hand with some cards, and we're gonna hope that doesn't come back to bite us in the butt. Okay. Oh, we don't have enough coins for the big guy. Oh, that's okay. And the trick is, let's just keep cruising. Try not to think about the baddie too much. Stay ahead of him. Let's get this little shrine going. And the trick is just don't get hit. And you can just kind of cruise around the outside, follow this little path the lava's made. All right, let's see if we can't get all the shrines on this one. Okay, how do we do this in here? We don't have a whole lot of items. Some stairs would be really sweet right about now. We gotta work with what we got and pray. Get a little bit lucky. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, this is working out. This is working out. We could still use a few more cards, but we gotta try and get away from that. Oof. Okay, we popped our first shield on that one. And do we have enough to get where we want to go here? Let's see. It's really good to have access. How to use those, even though I think we're getting a little bit full on TNT, so I'm going to drop some of that. And an extra heart would be great, but we don't have it, so we will take one of those. Let's do one guy across here. Got a little penguin sentry, and we got to remember that it's okay if we don't get all the shrines, which we haven't done at all, but we do need, oh boy, to make sure we, okay, what do we got? Can we just blow a hole through this? Let's get us where we want to go. Get us where we want to go. Getting north. It's a little tricky. Okay, we want to grab some cards. And there's also just a thing to think about strategically is the more inside you are on the level, the more you're kind of protected from the grappling hook of the ship. Okay, so this part can be kind of treacherous, and we gotta run. Oh no, we're in lava, oh no. Okay, we're gonna make it, Okay, super dangerous. Oh boy, that's not it. Oh boy, we're getting tossed. We just hit that penguin. Able to get up here? Okay, cool. Wow. All right. We are flirting with disaster, as they say. Flirting with disaster, but making good time. And also running a little bit low on cards. Oh no. Shoot. This is really dangerous. This is very, Precarious. Will that work out for us? That might work for us. That might work for us. We might need exactly that. Okay, we are so close. Usually there's some stuff up there. It's a blind card grab. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Just when I said this game was easy, I died. All right, I don't think we're hitting 60 minutes today, but at least we're seeing the full breadth, the width, the respect that is due to these enemies. And let's just see if we can't do better. Oh no. Oh no. And I'm in trouble again. Just like that. Just like that. And you find yourself in an area that just doesn't have as many cards as you like, and you're getting lucky because you're exploding upwards. That's really what I want out of life, just to be exploding in a direction that is copacetic, and that is such a screw over spot right there. Wow. Living on the edge. And I need cards. I am hurting for resources. But I'm fast. Got bananas. Figure this out. So what else? What else about this game? We talked a little bit about the inspiration behind it. Talked a little bit about some of the optimizations for it, including writing our own renderer. This one is tricky. I gotta blow some holes in this if I'm gonna make this. Some of the UX of it, one of the things that I really think about that has been plaguing anyone who's been thinking about VR for the past decade is just what is your solution to the locomotion problem? And to kind of rephrase the locomotion problem is, how do you deal with the fact that your inner ear can be very sensitive and you can get nauseous? Okay, cool. We've got a second one of those. That should be really good for as long as we don't explode. The locomotion problem. So the issue with virtual reality, the only thing that really keeps it from just being the coolest thing ever, the hype that everyone always dreamed it could be, is that, oh boy, run. If you just let people move in any which way they want to in virtual reality, then they will make decisions that will make them nauseous. Their inner ear will tell them, hey, you're standing still. Their eyes will tell them you're moving. and it will make them very sick, and that is not fun at all, and it's basically game over from a developer standpoint. And so the question for really everyone in the developer space is, okay, so this is a limitation, but like all art is based on limitation. How are you going to address the locomotion problem? And so that was another part of this game, which was kind of building a world on a lazy Susan. Like if we walk around, the world auto-rotates the way we're walking, which helps us reveal the world. And here's our little cutscene where we're gonna go to the kind of final level. And of course that wouldn't play if we hadn't got all the shards collected up to this point. So going into the final level, what do we want? Another magnet would be great for sure. Hand size is good. Start with a block. Well, no, I think we're good. But yeah, so like if you think about games that are really popular, Beat Saber, how do they deal with the locomotion problem? In Beat Saber, you stand still and the game comes at you. In Gorilla Tag, they figured out a way to fix the locomotion problem by having arm-based locomotion. With our game, what we really figured out was nice was having the world rotate around. But also giving the player the controls. Like you'll see, I've been navigating this by using my hands to move it. I can grab the world, move it around. But also allowing them to either turn off or on the ability to have it follow the monkey. And here's our final boss. This is the, okay, now wait for that guy because that guy's probably gross. So this guy's the worst. This guy's got lasers as well as the tentacles. And if that laser hits you, man, it is just not fun. So this is funny going into today. This is the only level I thought I was going to lose on potentially. But I've lost on so many levels that our chances are slim of doing this in one. But fingers crossed. I believe in us. I believe we have what it takes. We've got I created the game. So what you really gotta do is you gotta listen for that laser charging up. And you gotta avoid it at all costs and avoid these tentacles. And manage your resources. We got 7 bananas. Do we need 7 bananas? I don't think so. I think that's a bit much. Watch out for that guy. That was another kind of fun part in like the development of the game, figuring out that we didn't really want you to have a lot of lives. We kind of reluctantly at the end gave you the ability to get an extra life just because we thought the game was kind of hard, which, spoiler alert, it's a little bit hard. But we wanted all of your resources to eventually, essentially be, that was completely. Wanted all of your resources to be just your cards and basically your elevation, so that when you get hit, you're not necessarily losing lives. What's going on there? Ooh, run! That's a bad sound. And you don't want to get too close to that. Oh no! Oh boy! Oh, that's a bad hit. But. A good recovery though. It's funny, I'm trying to explain things about the development process, but then I'm getting like super, hide. Just needing to focus. Okay, what do we have? How does our hand too full? We have too many of those? Because we have too many of these. I need. Oh no. Frog down. Okay. But just the idea that you're Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna respawn, but it is gonna be really hairy from this point. Oh no. I'm toast. I'm toast, where am I? Oh. Wow. All right, let's try it again. Basically, your resources are your cards and your elevation. So when you get hit, I want this guy to start triggering. Okay, great. So we've activated him. Let's keep moving. It's funny remembering it all now. Feeling like I'm going at the speed I once used to go at. All right. So you know what? I'm gonna just opt to not have the shield. This gives me a little bit of vulnerability for a bit. And boy, those guys terrifying. So one of the reasons I popped the shield there is that you'll notice that if the ground gets blown up underneath you while you have the shield, you won't get tossed, but you'll fall straight down. So you'll be protected from the impact, but that can actually be, oh boy, a bit of an issue. Wow, that was lucky. Because falling straight down in this game can be worse than just getting flung. Part of how we've programmed the impacts is that oh boy, man, I'm just getting toasted. This is hard. I gotta lock in. Got to lock in and run and run and run and build and run. Okay. Okay, we're finding our rhythm up here. Making things happen. Just want to get away from this guy, and we do not want to get hit by the tentacles. Oh, okay. About face. 8 bananas, that's too many bananas. We want to make room, we want to make sure we have enough room for cards. Yeah, bananas are great and all, but we want cards. So we're about to enter the hard part of this level. Man, gosh, I just hate these guys, they're so tough. All right, good one. Okay. Now, I think this is kind of phase 2 of this level. Up in these kind of rainbow gates is kind of the beginning of where this starts to get hard. And like, for instance, this thing's trying to blow us up right now. We want to build a little wall. Okay. And this part's just tricky because it's really easy to run out of resources, and if you get hit once, that can be game over. Especially if you get hit by that thing's laser. Wanna duck over here. That should be good. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, burn through all our fortress. Okay, cool. We got some rhythm though. We got some rhythm. We're in a good spot here. Ooh, we got all 3 shrines. So if we win, this will be the first time we win. We want to. Okay. Run! We got it. You can also kind of outrun that laser, which is kind of nice. Run from this guy. Okay, cool. Oh no. It's all right. That's okay. All right. Up here can just be so dangerous. If you get hit by that laser, game over. Okay. All right, we're in a good spot to win this. Being out on the edge is super dangerous. We're gonna go this way. We're gonna go this way. Okay. I lost my heart already, which is not good. And this is super sketchy to me. Let's hide here. Okay, nice. Man, we are very close. We're very close. We want to pop one of these over here. And this is where it's really easy for everything to fall apart. We want to dodge this laser hit for sure. Oh boy, we're running low. Okay. If we can just make it up through this section. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this section's so tough. We need to hide. Okay, hide. We need to run. And I think that's it. Do we do it? No, what's wrong? Oh no, it's destroying the staircase. Do we have any more cards? Okay. Do we have enough? Is this enough? Is that enough? How do I get here? How do I get there? Oh my gosh, I'm so close. Okay, there's a card up here. Jump. Okay, is that enough? We gotta just pray. Gotta just pray. Is there cards here? Okay, we got cards. Okay. I think we did it. All right, we did it. We did it. Wow. And ladies and gentlemen, we did it. I don't know what our time was, but we have restored MacGuffin. And we've brought order to the world. And yeah, that's it. That's our full game, Monkey Tower. This is our first game we've released, our studio, Howell XR. Had so much fun making it. Game director Parker Howell, Rico did the programming. Ben Schaefer, animator, he also did our monkey. Darius Holbert did the music. This is the music that Darius did. Our 3D artist, Vlad, also helped us get it ported to the Quest 2 and the Rift. And all the people that helped us playtest. Also, thanks Hazel, that was Rico's sister, who helped run our playtesting. And so that's it. That's Monkey Tower. You can find it on Quest 2, Quest 3, 3S, and Rift. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that all of your adventures are wonderful. Peace out, Girl Scout.